downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Kadarius Hodge has it complete. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Kadarius Hodge, 83 yards. And the Lions on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. A first carry now for Alex Collins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Open man is Uzomah. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They go play action with Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Collins. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
On first down, Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. Smith catches left side. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Alex Collins. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Back to throw, Goff. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Goff on target to Hockenson for a Lion first down. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 41. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter, but this time a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory, but I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want, and they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Running out of the gun, Collins. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. These two teams all tied after 1. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this into the hands of Travis Fulgham. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Uses the stiff arm. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, this Week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this is now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, The possibility of it becoming huge? Likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Play action. Here's Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. 83 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Great run there, but it looked like they were going to have him for the stop. He was able to push through. They didn't wrap up defensively.
No, they didn't. All credit to the runner for making it happen, breaking through some contact and going a long way. But the defensive guys, when they watch this on tape, they're not going to be real happy with themselves. They had a great opportunity that they let slip through their hands.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? On the handoff, this is Swift. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He's got it to Fulgham. The 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Running is Swift. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 93 yards on the ground for him so far.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Goff now to throw. This is intercepted. Picked by the former Lion, Darius Slay. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On 3rd down, this is Collins. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is Swift on the counter. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. 5 yards remain on second down. Here's Swift. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Off play action. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Open man is Quintez Cephus. Touchdown, Detroit. Quintez Cephus. As the first half is winding down, and the Lions are going to jump back in front. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. Hurts. He's got Smith here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Being chased out left. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. This is Collins on the handoff. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. On the quick slant, here's Fulgham. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. There he goes inside the 30. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Levi Onwuzurike brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st down, Hurts. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aleem McNeil in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. On 2nd down, Collins. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Swift. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he'll complete this one to Fulgham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Collins. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They go again with Collins. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They go play action with Hurts. And his throw here's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Collins running it from the pistol. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. You don't know no better.
On 2nd down, Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Lions on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And again, it's Collins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Throwing is Hurts.
Trying to lay one up deep. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Eagles.
Come on with it, man.
Travis Fulgham, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Now a carry for Swift.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Check. Watch 32. Watch 32.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Double dog. That's the way.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And they will take a knee here.
Goes up. 180. 43. On the Army. On the Army. 43 is the mic. Not here.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Philadelphia, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.